fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age, showing money that I don't have is what is on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook life dream. Every day I post a pic of me eating clean, but it's pizza and burgers for dinner, you know what I mean. A snapshot of vacations that I got no money to take. Send you one of my sports car, you know that it's a fake. Got my love loaded up with things that aren't even true. Pretending on Facebook is my thing too. Yeah, 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 yeah.
2,000 friends, which I've never done met. A pic of my lunch is what you're gonna get. A hot post of your baby, say it's one darn cute kid. But I lied cause it's ugly, that's called an online fib. I talk about success in my job and the pending promotion, but in reality it's a psych, cause I got a demotion.
Only the fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age, showing money that I don't have is what is on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook life dream.
You block me on Facebook without a judge, jury, or trial. I'll be creeping you the next day with a shiny new profile. See a pic of my family? Yeah, we're having a good time. Well, the joke's on you. We have not talked in 8 months or 9. I'll tell you about the weather and the stuff you don't need to know. I'll fake a good illness so the sympathy will grow. I'll ask you to donate to my made-up cause and post selfies on the daily, that ain't breaking no laws. So don't judge the life of the fake Facebook man, pretending to be happy like no one else can. All right, Kinsman, the regular flip to the left, to the right. Now, the first question I have for you, did you get overexcited and abuse this patio season already?
I have. Stage 1 has been amazing. It's great to, venture out to patios yet again and to sit there and to, have adult conversations with other adult human beings. It's kind of weird because we're used to seeing people virtually, online, actually having to, how do I talk to someone in person again? It is quite the challenge. But yeah, you and I ventured out. We were over at Wacky Wings. They rung in stage 1 right at 12:01 a.m. Back on Friday, so that was a lot of fun. We've been to the Full Beard patio, and then back to Wacky's. We're gonna do some patio hopping now.
Well, what do you think? You're 22 again, and you could just hit these patios every night, or what?
That's it. I think my body still thinks I'm 20. My real body is probably searching for bed come 10 o'clock.
Right.
10, 11. It was a struggle. 12:01 at 2 a.m. Usually you're ready to go. Where's everybody going for the house parties afterwards, right? I'm like, oh, geez, time for bed now.
Yeah, that's right. Let's
lots of fun. But we need to thank Alan again for inviting us. He invited us over for the stage 1 reopening party, and it was quite the party.
Let's get to a couple hellos, and then we want to thank a couple cool sponsors, and then get on our special guest. So there is Selena.
Hello, Selena. She says, hello, guys. Deb says, hi, guys. Great job on the weekend. Thank you so much, Deb, for following all that we do. And hi, Mark and Jamie from good old Lori Ball. One of the best cashiers, if not the best, at Pick Up the Crop. Always tuned in. And Amy Keevy says, hello. Well, hello, Amy Keevy. And there's Carol and Skip. Skip always tuned in. Hello, guys. Again, Skip, you've got the best backyard that we've ever seen.
He does. He really does. Lisa, hey guys, way to go this weekend. You're both awesome at what you do for our community. And we found out that Lisa was in a pretty cool car there too when we met her.
Yes. She was driving in style.
Yeah.
Picked up a KINZ and KLOMP live T-shirt and came by to support the food drive, which we'll talk about in a little bit here on the show. Yes. Janice always tuned in. Good evening, guys. Well, hello there, Janice. And Mason. Mason's our shirt seller. That's big thanks to everybody who's probably got a shirt with KINZ and KLOMP live on it. Is thanks to good old Mason. Danny Chenier, love you guys so much. Keep up the amazing work, guys. XOXO. Right back at you. And Deb Bodette, thanks for helping out the community. Thank you. We enjoy, giving back to our community. Barb Burkett, good job this weekend. Well, thank you so much, Barb. And Barry, hi, awesome weekend. It certainly was. And it's only going to get better as we get back into looser restrictions. So just keep your eyes out on KINZ and KLOMP Live. We're just getting started.
That's right. And thanks for being an inspiration and great people. Y'all amazing. I love when people say y'all. Like that really gets me going. I love that. Y'all amazing. Remember to keep it up. Thank you so much. And hello, Louise. So there we go. There's a few hellos. We appreciate you watching, of course. We love it. And thank you so much. Now, Kinsman, I don't think you're much of a late night patio hopper. Those days are done. But
I'm still there. I was raring to go. The funny thing was, though, I think you and I were the oldest on the Wacky Wings patio, trying to fit in with the cool crowd. They were looking at why are these old guys here, right? But we fit in well.
Listen, they said that about you, not of you. Could speak for yourself. They did not say that about me. But you're more of a bus driver, I think, over at Lucian. That's more your skill set.
You think so? Lucian Transportation. Yeah. Big thanks to Pat and Penny, all the crew looking for new bus drivers for the fall season. They've got 140 buses right now. And they're getting a newer shipment in coming up in the fall, so they'll need more drivers. So they've got a big bus recruitment fair happening where you basically just go down with a resume, give them a call. Penny Adel will give you the training. You get 3 days in-house, and you get 3 days of actual bus training, and you'll be driving bus. Great part-time gig.
Awesome. An awesome gig. Really flexible. So if it was more flexible, you'd be working for KINZ and KLOMP, having a patio beer work.
Right. Right. It's when it's time to pay the bill. This is an office meeting? Can we put that into the tax slot? This was an office expense, right? Sure.
So I did want to mention one thing about the surge. So Kim Donovan, right? Kinsman, on her 50th birthday. We could say the age because she posted it on Facebook, so it's okay. She lent us her vehicle to do the food drive on yesterday, on Saturday. So I thought that was very nice. And if you don't know Kim, I can tell you one of the things we love working with and for Kim is she's a big community supporter. She manages the surge, but anytime anyone needs something in need, Kim is there for them. And you could just see by the responding messages, wishing her happy birthday, people feel the same. So special shout out for Kim today.
Yes. So happy birthday, Kim. Hopefully you had a great weekend. And again, it was Kim. We're doing the big food drive at the Metro. She says, here are the keys. No questions asked. Take my truck. And, she didn't even care when we brought it back. But we brought it back, and then we got to wish her a happy birthday again in person. It was just a great day. And, yes, Kim always giving back. And it was just a great day all around yesterday.
That's good. So while we're waiting on Val, I do want to talk about what happened yesterday, and we've posted it a lot, but we did want to say thank you again. So the total amount of money you would raise was 5,575, and it may get a little bit bigger because there's a couple people that said they wanted to do donations coming into the week. But just in case you want to know where the money went, so $2,100 is going to the South Porcupine Food Bank, which we're delivering them the checks tomorrow on Monday. So we've made those arrangements. The other $34.75 has already reached all the residents who were displaced due to the fire. So they have that money in their pockets. That happened this morning. And we want to give a shout out to Dan from the Red Cross. He helped facilitate that for us. So if you donated money either to the residents or the Red Cross, the money's going to these organizations immediately.
Yes, and just a great chunk of cash raised. And again, we can't do it without everybody who stopped by the Metro yesterday. You know, even if it was a couple bucks, $5, $2, you know, people donating and everything from a single can of Nestea, it all adds up into the end. And again, $5,575 is a lot of money. It's nice to know that each and every one of those family members has multiple hundreds in their pocket to get them going until the next, slot and the next loads of donations come in for them.
Yeah, that's right. So that's awesome. So then the other question is the food. So the South Porcupine Food Bank cannot accept food right now. It's staying at the Comfort Inn until A, they reopen, or B, they find a temporary location. So once they let us know, we will move the food from point A to point B. So just in case people want to know where all their awesome donations and money went, the money's distributed and the food will be sent to the South Porcupine Food Bank. And people really came, like in 3 hours that was raised, and people were awesome. So we just wanted to say thank you.
Yep. Thank you to everybody who stopped by.
Yeah.
We had, people donating water to us, offering, hey, do you want to go and get an ice cap? You know, people would give their shirts off their backs for anybody in this city. And it was just great to see.
There was one dilemma. You held that sign, the food bag. First, the F fell off the sign. So it looked good until the F fell off. I don't know what happened there. And number two, you weren't really flipping it a lot, were you?
No, you don't have to flip. It's all in the presence, right? I didn't want to flip it too much. People don't know what they're looking at when they're driving down Algonquin.
Yeah.
But, for the most part, everybody saw it and came in and honked at us and said, hey, I'll be back with a donation. You know, Albert Seal drove by. He saw the sign, said, I'm going to go to the bank. I'll be right back. Sure enough, He came in with, a donation for $200. Just amazing donations had by all who came in. If I can recall, it was Mr. Ferrari, Stephen Ferrari, with a $1,000 donation from SPF Contracting.
That's right.
Amazing support again. We can't thank you enough. It's it all adds up, and it all added up. And those families right now, if they were in the midst of trying to find, the little things such as sneakers, to, what have you, some essentials for their play. Obviously, they're displaced over at the Holiday Inn right now. If they've got kitchenettes, they at least have some essentials to now stock and to stock some cupboards in those kitchenettes. So
yes,
we can help.
So we're happy. Yeah, we're happy to provide a little bit of assistance. So Val is ready. So I'm going to bring. It looks like he's outside enjoying life.
I think he's out there enjoying life. He's. I think a guy who's worked with, as long as he has with James Toyota, and he deserves to sit in the backyard there in luxury. There he is.
Hi, guys.
How you doing, Val?
How you doing, Val?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Doing fabulous. Thanks for joining us on the show tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you all for having me on.
The first question, I have, how is it going to, so have you officially worked your last day?
No, officially it'll be on Wednesday.
Okay.
June 30th. So it's month end, and that'll be my last day.
A finance guy right to the end. You got to really appreciate that. Works right to month end. I like that. So do you, is it going to be weird waking up, I guess, the next day, which would be July 1st, if I follow do you feel that's going to be a weird sensation that morning?
It's going to be different for sure. There's no doubt about it. I'm looking forward to it. It's been 29 years, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But it's going to be different for sure, no doubt about it. Has to be.
Yeah.
And again, viewers just tuning in, Val Veneri, general manager of James Toyota for 29 years, hanging up the I don't know what we're hanging up, the sales pen, the general manager, the credentials to a hook.
The sales pen.
The sales pen and keys, putting your
Yeah.
keys to the back into the cupboard for the final time. It's an amazing feat. Again, you've sold over, where you were telling us, over 4,300 vehicles from day one to now. That is a phenomenal number of sales.
It was fun. I really enjoyed my time. I really did. I can't say enough about the company that I worked for. The owner, Jim Bazook, just a true gentleman. It's been a good ride. I'm very fortunate. I'm blessed.
Yeah, very. So, what do you believe? Because you would be the person to ask in this city. Is, say, if you have a young guy or gal coming up and they want to work in sales, what are a couple of the assets you have to be a good salesperson?
Just be genuine. They say that buying a car is the most stressful thing you'll do in your life. It's more stressful than buying a house. Just be genuine, be yourself, be kind, and put people at ease. And it makes the whole process go smoother for sure. Yeah,
that's right. No one wants to deal with someone who thinks they're pulling something under the rug. I think that's excellent. And the second question I was thinking of today, who usually makes the decision if you have a husband and wife combo in there? Who's the decision maker on an average basis?
Come on, guys, you know.
Yes,
we know the answer.
That's where the motto comes in: happy wife, happy life. Right? You probably hear that a lot across the desk.
I hear it often. Yes.
Yes,
that's definitely the case.
So sometimes the husband likes to talk about how he's in control, but really we know when they go home and have a discussion, you're going to have to please the wife, and then the decision is made.
That's correct. Yes, absolutely.
Another thing, sorry, Mark, I had another pressing question like I normally do. So Val, you're there for 29 years, and it's hard to find people who've been with an organization for that long now. Any reasoning why you're like, is that just your work mentality? Is it loyalty? Because usually people are with an organization for 2 to 3 years now, and then they move on to a different challenge, but this was completely different for you.
I think it's probably a combination of both. It's probably part of it has to do with the way I'm strung, but a lot of it has to do with the company itself. And I've mentioned this before when I've talked to the owner. He didn't give me a job; he gave me a career that I'll always be grateful for. And we've got in our dealership, we've got a number of employees that have been there for many years. So that just goes to show the solidity of the dealership itself. They put people first. And that's so important. If you like what you're doing, it's not really a job, is it?
Yeah.
And when you're selling cars, your customer clientele, 4 years later, when it's time to release and to rebuy, you treat them so well from day one, and customer service leading up until it's time to renew. They definitely come back to you. It's all building the rapport over the 29-year span.
Absolutely, that's 100% correct. It's all about building rapport and relationships. And I've been blessed to have many, many, many clients that I have ongoing relationships with. And it's been fun. It's been fun. When there's a trust factor that's built up, the second, third, fourth, 10th sale always goes a lot smoother.
Yeah, just tremendous. And being like a salesperson is not an easy task, especially when you're dealing probably with someone who's maybe upset or discouraged about something that went wrong. You really need a special skill set to sort of calm them down and walk them through it and help solve the problem, correct?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I find if you don't raise your voice, if you try to stay calm, that kind of calms the situation, and then just find out what the true problem is and deal with it.
That's right. If you try to, hide from the fact, and then, months come down the road where they say, you never told me about this little blunder, let's say you saw the blunder, a little smudge somewhere on a thumbprint, an oil print or something. You got to be forth, you got to be upcoming and upfront with them to keep the rapport.
The problem may seem small to you, but to them it's big, or they wouldn't be complaining about it. So look after them. Look after, and they'll stay with you. It's really a pretty simple formula.
That is actually, that's a pretty cool way to look at it. And to me, the other big thing, it just wasn't about, selling vehicles and earning a living. Also, yourself and James Toyota have been big supporters of the community. And from my understanding, you led a lot of those things. So can you talk about some of the things that you're most proud of that help support the community?
Well, there's a few things. The number one thing would be Ton on the Tundra, where we started that 17 years ago. And it was really just we didn't want any families to go without a Christmas dinner or toys or presents for the kids at Christmas time. So we started Ton on the Tundra. And admittedly, it started really small, but it grew really big, really fast. And it was something I'm quite proud of. And again, the owner, Jim Bazook, was a big supporter of it for us. And we like to think that we've helped a lot of families along the way. And that's really, really dear to me.
Right up until yesterday, when you heard what we were doing, raising funds and, collecting food at the Metro, you threw the keys at us and said, here's a brand new Tundra, park it and bring it back. You guys were even closed. That's the trust and the bond. You said, you guys do what you do, just bring it back, park it, put the keys in the drop slot, and off you go. You're always there to give back, and you were a part of our big success yesterday.
Well, thank you for saying that. We like to be involved in the community, and we are in so many ways that we don't do it for the recognition. A lot of the things that we do are behind the scenes just to help people out, and it's just about helping people.
That's right. And you were the Timmins Chamber president for a period of time. How did you balance, your full-time responsibilities at James Toyota, which I assume you're very busy, and then taking on the role as the Timmins Chamber president? Are you someone that just likes to be busy like all the time, or did you have to find a balancing act? I do like to stay busy all the time, but it was a balancing act. I was with the chamber and still with them for the next couple of months. That was such a rewarding experience. I truly loved it. The work that they do for the community, for business in general, is absolutely amazing. They've got a very strong leader in Keith Robson, and again, it goes back to my boss and his support. He knew that it was important to me and gave me the leeway to be able to give the time to the chamber as well. Really cool. Yeah. Really cool how you're able to take on these different leadership responsibilities. Now, on the flip end, back to the retirement, because I'm very curious. So do you have hobbies? Are you going to pick up some new hobbies? You got like a list of things to do around the house? What's the plan of attack here?
Well, it's a combination of all those things. I do have a list to do around the house. I like to golf. And I like to cook. So between those three things, I think I'll keep myself pretty busy. And lost through this whole thing and all the time that I've put in and that with James Toyota and with the chamber, my wife has been so supportive. And that when you have a very supportive wife, it takes the pressure off all the other items that come in. So yeah, I've been very blessed.
And no kidding. The tough, sales hours, staying at the office to get a deal, late night deal. And no one realizes the stresses until you're in your shoes. And again, having a supportive other half makes all the world a difference.
Absolutely. Without question, it does. Yeah. I've been lucky that way for sure.
But now Val's going to be around the house a little more. So it's like, well, maybe Val, you need a part-time job. I hear other couples say that.
Yeah, maybe she'll push me out the door a little bit.
Yeah, no, I'm sure she
won't be for the summer because I'll be golfing. But
yeah. How are you a pretty good golfer? I'm terrible. So
no. I'm a hacker, but I enjoy it, so it doesn't matter.
That's right. What do they say? A bad day of golf is still better than a good day at work. But in your case, you enjoy going to work, so maybe that doesn't make sense for golf. But you could slice it, lose about 10 golf balls in a round, and it doesn't matter, right? Because you're still out there having fun.
Yeah. That's correct. Yeah, and we do.
Yeah. Right.
We have a good bunch of guys that I golf with, and we have a lot of fun. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think what's going to happen, because Val's been with Toyota for so long, like in a couple months, someone's going to pick up the phone. We know you're retired, Val, but a little thing has come up. Do you have any advice? I'm sure because you can't lose 29 years of knowledge and not pick his brain once. I'm sure that's going to happen.
And if it does, and that's all right. I have no problem with that. And not only from there's a bunch of clients that have my personal cell number that if they reached out to me, I would be happy to help them. And as well as with the management team that's there now, if they need my help in any way, I'd be happy to help them out for sure.
Yeah.
Out of the 4,300 that you've sold, do you still having Toyota as the brand? They're probably all still out there somewhere. Do you recognize them? When I worked sales, I worked car sales for a brief stint many moons ago here in this city, and when I sold them, I can still run into license plates. I still recognize. I'm like, oh, I sold it when? Like, do you remember all of your sales? You probably have a picture for each and every one of them.
Not all, but I do remember a lot of them, and I'll be just driving through town and that. Oh, geez, I sold that car. I sold that car. So yeah, you don't lose that for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, very cool. I think it's tremendous because once again, maybe it's because I watched The Office with Michael Scott and he tries to be a salesman. He makes it look difficult. I'm glad you got the reference, Bell. Sometimes people don't, but it's not a job where you just you walk in and you present a product and someone buys it. Sometimes you really got to find the right fit for them. It's the customer service. There's all different types of personalities, and to do that for 29 years successfully and take on all these other leadership roles and provide, support to the community when they need it. I think you have a good reason to celebrate on June 30th. So, well done. Definitely well done. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much, guys. I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you.
There we go. And a couple of Sherry says, I love Toyota. I now have a RAV4 and happy retirement. Well deserved. Exactly. Right, Mark? Maybe
That's
one
right.
day, Kinsman, when you work hard, we'll have a happy retirement for you.
For you and I. Well, I guess if we retire, we'd have to retire all of us. Right? It'd just be KINZ or KLOMP.
Yeah. That's right.
You know what it comes down
Live, KINZ Live.
Oh, I'm blessed enough to sell a good product in Toyota. But the product is the product. At the bottom line is you're selling yourself.
That's it.
And if you can do a good job at that, you'll be successful.
That's right. And you've done, you've been over backwards for, 4,300 plus customers. Question I want to ask, with COVID, we're 17 months into this. When COVID started, what have been the leaps and bounds as a car salesman, through COVID? Is it hard to get product? What's happening with all this?
Product is starting to get difficult to get. We've been pretty fortunate with Toyota and pre-selling things that are coming in next month or the month after. Our good loyal client base has been very patient in that respect. So we've been pretty lucky. We've weathered the storm pretty well.
Starting to see it open up just a little bit as we get back into stage one. Are you noticing that where talks of borders opening? Is it making it a little bit easier?
Not right this second, but we know that it's coming and it's going to be easier now for sure, without question. Yeah.
What is another question? Sorry, Kinsman, came to my mind. Has there ever been a circumstance where someone walks in the dealership and they go, I just want a vehicle right now. Just give me this vehicle. I know a lot of people think it through and it's a big investment, but have there been anyone that just, I need something new. I'll take truck X or car B, and then boom, the sell is made it. I'm sure you experienced that.
Yes. Yeah. It doesn't happen often.
No.
And I wouldn't wait for my paycheck based on something like that, but it does happen where they just come in and say, okay, I want that car right now. And
that's right.
Yeah.
And then there would be people like my mom and dad who take 9 months to make a decision. Come on, make a choice. Back then it was, should we get I know air conditioning standard now, but back then it was should we get it? Should we not? Should we come on, 9 months. I think let the guy know.
And then 9 months comes and then the car is sold or it's gone. You have to reorder it again. You got to wait another 9 months.
Well,
right?
Then the next year model's out already.
That has happened for sure, where they take an extended time. But I mean, ultimately, it's their money, so you just try to help them along with it. Patience.
Yeah, sure. Very, very good. Well, yeah. Well, once again, congratulations, and we appreciate you coming on and spending a few minutes with us. And I'm a little bit jealous you're outside. I'm starting to think we should do this outside.
We can start doing our shows outside. We definitely could. Obviously, with patio season, maybe we can take a show to a patio nearest new us, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's a great idea.
It is.
And we can go with Val because he's going to have some time on his hand now.
There you
Surely
go.
will. Maybe we'll join you out for a round of golf. We'll film it for our viewers.
Anytime.
Yeah, I'm thinking Val's probably a little bit of a better golfer than us. He says he's a hacker, but usually when people tell me they're hackers, I think they're bad like me. Then I go, I'm like, oh no, they're
golf hustlers, right? Val, you could probably hack what, a mid 80, maybe a high 70, low 80s. Where are you on the golf game?
Mid 80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
so he's a half decent golfer. He'd be a half decent hacker out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the hacker scale.
That's awesome. Well, enjoy, Val. Well deserved. Come back anytime. We always need advice and counseling here on KINZ and KLOMP. So if you have any guidance for us, we'll definitely be reaching out. Right, Mark?
That's right. And Val, maybe one before you can go. What would you have to say to your loyal customer base over the 29-year period? If you have the chance to say it right now, what do you have to say to all your customers that have kept coming back and back and back?
A true heartfelt thank you for trusting in me and for continuing to be loyal. It's very much appreciated. It made my job not only so much easier, but so much more fun. So I feel truly blessed.
Yeah. Amazing. Well said. Well, thank you very much. We'll let you go enjoy the rest of the day outside. And once again, thanks for spending some time with us. It was a real pleasure. And thank you so much for yesterday again.
Well, not a problem at all. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate you reaching out.
Thanks so much, Val. Take care and happy retirement.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye for now.
Bye.
Such a true gentleman. He's a true professional when it comes to car sales. And again, not only loaning us one of their Tundras for yesterday's 5575 haul at the Metro, talking to Val and Jim and Mike, who loaned us their generosity. They called us at the end of yesterday's, total. And in that total is a $1,000 check from James Toyota, which is absolutely amazing. I know they've split it. Half's going to go to the families and half's going to go to the food bank. So again, always giving back to the community. And again, proof of the pudding. 29 years. He's a true professional with the company, with sales, and of course giving back to the community. Val Vanieri, just a true awesome guy.
When you retire, Kinsman, they're going to say, "How did he put up with that bald-headed guy telling those terrible jokes all the time?" It ran him to his grave early. It had to.
That's right. You picture this conversation happening at a local establishment. I'd be like the Cliff and Cheers at the end of the bar. How did you put up with KLOMP all these years? Well, as 3 sheets to win.
Laurel, people ask where what's the inspiration? It's definitely Laurel and Hardy. If you know old school comedy, that's what we go for here. Okay, so enough about us. So a couple of pop-up soup. I liked how you titled that. So a couple really cool things happened in South Porcupine today.
Yes,
there was a pop-up soup kitchen at Golden Manor. I love that.
Yes, Maine and Golden, and we were approached by Lou Lemieux and Christine and the wonderful volunteers of No More. If you follow the Facebook group No More, they are just an awesome bunch, and they wanted to give back to the community. And they decided to open up these pop-up soup kitchens for anybody in need, anybody struggling, someone who's in need of a hot meal. They had soup, they had coffees, muffins, you name it. And even if you needed essentials like groceries, they went out of their way and had these prepackaged bags with loaves of bread, you name it. You could just come up and take it if you wanted. No questions asked. If you were in need, this is what these pop-up soup kitchens are for. And that's where we were today. Just a an amazing organization, right, Jamie?
Yeah. Love what they're doing. They want to do it more. They're hoping someone in South End can offer a space for them to do it once a week. That's their goal. But right now, soup kitchen outside, sandwiches, Kinsman, like I said on the video, you did not make these sandwiches, so they're good. These are nice sandwiches, edible. Because if you told me you made the sandwiches, I mean, I don't know.
Well, you can tell when someone who knows what they're doing makes the sandwiches, as opposed to me making sandwiches for my little guy for lunch. So they're all cut perfectly, triangles. Nothing, it's not squeezed together. Where they had egg sandwiches there today, all smashed and thumbprints in the bread. Right? Presentation is key, and they had it done right. And again, for anybody in need, always look for No More on Facebook. They'll keep you up to date on their next pop-up soup kitchens. And again, if someone has the space, they're looking for a space to do it, hopefully every single week. And Lady Luck Restaurant is also tied in with some of the food preparation for their pop-up soup kitchen. So again, thumbs up.
I wonder, do you cut your sandwiches in the middle? Do you cut them on like an angle for they look like triangles? Or do you go squares?
I do the middle. Cut them in the middle. It's funny, for my 5-year-old, Ethan likes them cut in half. And for my little guy, Caden, he likes them cut in 4s.
And I bet you if it's for you, you're not cutting it at all, right?
No, I'm too lazy to cut my own stuff.
I knew it. Okay, and then just down the road at the South Porcupine Animal Hospital, watching right beside it, Santa Joy was having a non-perishable items, collecting it for the food bank, clothing donations, a whole bunch of other stuff, and donations for the families that were displaced. So we stopped by there and thought that was pretty awesome.
That's right. And we tagged her in the video. So if you want to give back, Savannah stating that if you had some donations, still had some, things that you wanted to pass off, just message her and she'll greatly appreciate a drop off. Again, she's located at Harold and Maine, right next to the animal hospital. And it's just amazing seeing everybody giving back to the community. And, we raised 55.75 yesterday, which is great, but they need a lot more thousands. And this is where the community with the city with a heart of gold, needs to keep giving back to these families who have, been displaced, lost everything. We were there today, at the pop-up soup kitchen, and you see trucks, they're pulling all the stuff that's no good out of the food banks and the offices. Yeah, they lost it all. So it's time to give back. And if you can, again, find a way to get in touch with the Red Cross. We've been touched with Dan at the Red Cross, who got in touch with all the families and displaced all the money. It's they're doing wonderful things here in the city.
Yeah, that's right. Way to go, guys. It was nice seeing you both, and a nice thank you so much, Amy. Nice seeing you. We got to meet so many cool people, from the t-shirt drop-offs for the fundraisers we did. Yes, we got to see some awesome people. So thank you for that. And it's nice to see some faces again, like you said, right, Kinsman?
Yeah, faces to some of the comments, and it's nice to see people love what we do, and it's nice to see what we do resonate throughout the entire community.
Yeah,
and they're staying on the KINZ and KLOMP train, which is what we like to see.
So the city put out a release today. What's shaking there for their celebrations?
Yes, Timmins and their virtual celebrations. They've combined them, obviously, with COVID in mind. Everything's online, so they've combined the City of Timmins National Indigenous Peoples Day, St. Jean Baptiste Day festivities, Multicultural Day festivities, and Canada Day festivities, all online. And in fact, they just kicked off today on their website, tourismtimmins.com, today through till July 4th. You can experience it through the free Snapped app. So if you get the Snapped app, again, you can find the Tourism Timmins link, and there's all sorts of neat, virtual displays and presentations throughout the week. Even some dignitaries on there. George Perry's got speeches. I know, Charlie Angus, Jill Beesell, just to name a few.
Do you think they like being called dignitaries? Is that too English?
Just cool people. The professional head honchos, maybe. Head honcho is a better word, right?
Yeah. Hey,
It's like the mayor. Do you think the mayor likes being called your worship?
I don't know.
Right? It was on the parking stall at City Hall, but it's not there anymore. I'm thinking maybe you said, get rid of the whole your worship thing. Just call me George Peary.
Yeah. Amy and Joanne are having a discussion here behind the scenes because Amy joined us on time, but she's watching from Toronto, so that's really cool. I wonder if Amy's a Jays fan. Joanne's been busy sewing masks, so she's busy. I love it.
Matt, you don't want to see me sewing anything. There's Janice there. Mason is already preparing for his Canada Day party. Yeah. LOL. Yes. Getting ready for.
I'm just teasing my sister-in-law. So we get to see a family back and forth here.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. If you guys ever want to debate some real family issues, just throw it to the comment section. We'd be happy to show it. Right, Ginsman?
We always ask the class, right? No better ways to settle the dispute than to put it online. You always see funny questions online, why is this here? Why is so-and-so here? You always ask the audience, and usually the audience will know.
So our friends at Larone are continuing on with Catch the Ace.
Yes.
And, has the ace been caught yet?
Hasn't been caught yet. So this is week number 5. Mm-hmm. And right now the ace jackpot is at $1,590. Weekly jackpot is at $72. So that means we need to buy more tickets. Now, there's a 3-step process when you go to laronehtimmins.ca. Get your ticket, pick an envelope. There's a whole slew of envelopes. This is where you get your kids involved and say, where do you think the ace of spades is hiding? Maybe it's in this envelope here, and then you pick your envelope, and then you see if you are correct every Wednesday at 1:15. So there's another draw happening at 1:15. Catch the ace again. All the money raised going to the Larone Cultural Center, the new Francophone Center at the corner of Mount Joy and Algonquin. Can't wait to see that new building. And again, they need a little extra added support. Again, LaroneHtimmins.ca is how to pick it up. But yeah, the ace is still out there. Someone could win $1,590 as of Wednesday at 1:15. So go pick your envelope. You have your ticket yet, Jamie? We had tickets last week. I've got tickets again this week. I'm going to catch that ace. It's going to be KINZ and KLOMP prize pool this week.
You're always chasing the lottery, you. But yes, I got my ticket. We love the folks at Larone. From Brockville, Lynn Tremblay Walker. Hey, how's it going, Lynn? Hi, Lynn. Yeah, we love Lynn and cheering in from Brockville. Cool. All right, what else we got there, Kinsman? All right, so our good friend, the community's good friend, Terry Goodtime Lemaire. He fought last night. You and I ordered the pay-per-view and watched it. Now, here's the thing. Terry had that fight. He was, for sure, like if it was going to go the distance or Terry was going to get him into one of the famous submissions, Terry was all over that guy. Unfortunately, what happened is that Terry was caught with one pretty strong punch and went down and lost for the bantamweight championship. He's going to be back. We know Terry, positive attitude, tough fighter, very talented, great personality, and a great guy to know. But he did lose last night, but I know he's going to be back. He dominated that fight, Kinsman.
He dominated it. Again, talking to Norm from T-Mac. He said he dominated the first 2 rounds. As everybody watching, he was dominating. And again, it's the nature of the sport. There's going to be a winner. It sounds cliche. There's going to be a winner, a loser. It's the sport of fighting. And, just unfortunate that, Terry, if you could go back in time, is it one block here, one block there? He had Jeremy Pender, obviously the cut under his eye, Terry had him. And, that's the luck of sport. But again, you don't throw in the towel. You don't let a loss, dictate your career. Hopefully he'll bounce back, and he will get back into the octagon, and he'll come back bigger, stronger. He'll learn from this experience, and he'll be better. Maybe, I was reading some of the comments online from other people watching that pay-per-view stating that they need to have another rematch quickly between Terry and Jeremy, just just to get them back into the octagon again. Will they reset this up? Who knows? But hopefully Terry will get that shot again.
Yeah. And this is how well he's doing. Terry was the main event last night in Dayton, Ohio, and he was the only Canadian there. Actually, almost everyone was from Ohio. And Terry came out with the Canadian flag. He's the only Canadian, and he was in the main event. So, he is this close to making a big leap. The big leap in that sport is UFC, and I don't think that's going to derail him because he was dominant last night, did not come out with the win, but Terry's a pretty good friend of ours, and we're going to be involved with a few things with him moving forward. So I think a rematch, and I think he brings home the championship. And maybe he'll hang it at my house, Kinsman. I've been working on him with that. So
possibly, right?
Yeah.
You can hang it in the back of our studios, but yes, he will get the shot. It's as they say, it's just a little slight bump on the road. Yes, a win would have been great to get to the next step. You just have to take a bit of a detour, but Terry will be back, and again, bigger, stronger. He'll learn from that incident, and I bet you that the next time he sets foot into that octagon, it's going to be a different story there. We'll be talking about the W.
You gave me about 6 cliches in that. You really love your cliches.
I love my cliches.
There's no harm in that. But really, you really blasted them in that one. Okay, Kinsman.
Curbside grad. We've got a big night coming up on Tuesday. Still time to get your grads in with their bio. Jamie, tell our viewers how they can get in to win up to $1,100+ in prizes, thanks to our amazing sponsors for the Curbside Grad promo and the celebration that we have coming up.
So the show's on the 29th, so it's Tuesday show. We're going to be featuring all the grads. So all you have to do, if you have a grad, grade 8, high school, college, university, you would send us a picture through Messenger or email. The pin is posted to the page. A picture and a little bit of a profile would be nice. We're going to show all the grads on the 29th. We're going to showcase to make it all about the grads that night. Now, we are going to randomly draw one grad. And so on the Wednesday, which is June the 30th, what happens to be Val's last day at work, by the way, Kinsman, I know that, we are going to have a curbside celebration. And trust me, we are bringing out a lot of cool things for this. There's going to be a float. There's going to be music. We're going to have the microphones, the speakers, a little bit of a curbside party going on. And the one grad's going to get the $1,100 package.
Prizes. Amazing prizes. Again, we're going to make a big list of everything that is up for grabs for the grads. And again, it's one winner is going to take all, and it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to deliver it all.
Yes. Yeah. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And I think I'm going to pick the music for the float there. Could you mind or what?
We'll let you pick it. What is a popular graduation song? What are the kids listening to?
Oh, me and you don't know that. But I know, I'm playing LMFAO, party rocking in the house tonight. That's my song, right?
You think that's going to be the song as we're barreling down the street?
I don't know if the kids listen to that anymore. I'm thinking they don't, but some of the music they do listen to based off my older son, I don't know if we can crank that across the neighborhood because it has some words that probably
aren't too street friendly. Having it blare down the street, right? People are going to be looking out their windows, seeing this big flatbed parked down the street as we go and meet this flatbed to roll up to someone's lawn. They're gonna know. They're gonna say, "Hey, this is the winning grad street, right? Let's see what KINZ and KLOMP are gonna do." So it's gonna be fun. And again, we announce it on Tuesday's show, and we'll hopefully deliver it weather pending on Wednesday. Right now, the weather's calling for it. It's is the weather guy gone away? It's like chance of rain for the next 2 weeks. Where on Saturday it was beautiful.
A little bit of
rain, and we got sunburn out there.
Yeah. Some people do listen to country music. So we will pick up. We are working with a fellow that has DJ experience. So he'll Party Rockin' will be one of the songs, but we'll have a couple good ones. All right. So there it is, Kinsman. Now how's that sunburn treating you? Because you put on 0 sunscreen yesterday.
No, I put on the coat, and we did pretty well. Put the hat on after you yelled at me, but we did pretty good on Saturday. Didn't do too bad. Stayed in the comfort of, to beat the heat again. Thanks to our sponsors who loaned us the trucks again. James Toyota, the Tundra. We were sitting in there blasting. I swear the AC setting on those Tundras is Arctic. It got pretty cold in there, but again, nice and refreshing while we were sitting there beating the heat there.
Yes, amazing.
Slop on the pavement, as they say, but it was all for a good cause. Again, we can't thank our viewers for hopping by who donated all that money for the families for the South Porcupine Fire and the South Porcupine Food Bank. Again, $5,575. Can't ask for a better Saturday.
Jamie's keeping Mark on his toes. Yes, and
it always keeps me on my toes.
Yeah. So I'm willing to bet here that you're exhausted and you're sleeping by 8:22 tonight.
No. Won't be sleeping by 8:22.
Yeah.
Maybe 9:30, 10.
All right.
We got a busy week coming up, busy day tomorrow. We can't unveil too much, but there's always something huge happening with KINZ and KLOMP Live. A few big stokers in the fire that I can't wait to unveil again. That will happen as we inch closer to more stages being released. So can't wait.
It's funny when Jamie
gives Mark the poop emoji. Yeah, right, Laurie.
But it's funny, like if people know you outside of the show, you weren't sitting at the Wacky Wings deck talking in cliches. No. It's a different Mark there. That's the one. Like
this is the in front of the family broadcasting Mark, and then when the kids are away, we're out at a patio. Yes, the more adult version of Mark comes into play again. When we get into the surge. The adult variety shows again. You'll be able to see more of the after hours KINZ and KLOMP Live, which I can't wait to see.
Jamie will. I have no shame in that. I'm gonna go have something to eat and probably fall asleep on the couch. I'm not no shame in that, Kinsman.
no shame in sleep with our age, especially with all the work that we're doing this week and what we have planned ahead this week. We need to get our sleep. Don't want to be falling asleep on the float.
No, okay.
Coming up on Wednesday again. Thumbs up to all the grads. It is grad weekend for a lot of the grads. Seeing a lot of the grad signs on lawns. So one of those lawns we're going to be pulling up with a flatbed trailer. On Wednesday, we'll find out who it is. Again, the montage is going to be quite the spectacle on Tuesday night's show.
Yes, sir. All right. That's enough. Good night, my friend. Get your beauty sleep.
All righty. We'll see you Tuesday.
Yeah.